So it has been a minute since I talked about the weirdest iPhone I've ever owned, and to be honest, it's kind of changed right now. Before, I would have probably said maybe the iPhone 12 Pro, but I truly do think the weirdest iPhone I've ever owned right now, up to this point in my life, is the iPhone SE 3rd generation. And I don't really mean to say that because, it's an outdated phone or anything like that, but it all came down to the price tag for me. And now that, sales numbers aren't looking super great for the iPhone SE 3 either, it's kind of came to a point where I'm just not a humongous fan of this phone. I feel like, Apple could have done a way better job, and this is probably, as of right now, the weirdest iPhone I've ever owned. Now, stemming down from that price tag, I've never seen a phone from Apple that's done such minor upgrades in pretty much every single area and actually have a price increase. I've never really seen that from them. I don't even know why they increased the price tag with this phone. I mean, going from $399 to $429 itself really didn't really need to happen, in my opinion. I feel like they were just trying to test the waters, and they just kind of butchered it with the price tag, to be completely honest. Now, another big thing was that, from my experience, from my comparisons, and other people can tell maybe a little bit of a different story, but for me, comparing this iPhone to the iPhone SE 2, to even the iPhone SE 1, to be honest, in some areas, but the iPhone SE 2 to the iPhone SE 3, the most minor differences I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a phone with such minor differences in my life before. These were 2 years of differences. The bodies are identically the same exact screens, same exact cameras, same exact Touch ID, same exact home buttons, and almost, to be honest, same exact performance. From the things that I've been testing, the speed test kind of showed me that the iPhone SE 3 is a little bit faster over the iPhone SE 2, but I would not believe how similar, when I'm playing Genshin Impact, for example, the same exact settings, the iPhone SE 3 is performing exactly the same as the iPhone SE 2nd generation, and that just kind of showcases to me where Apple's perspective is. If you handed me an iPhone SE 3 and an iPhone SE 2, I wouldn't be able to tell those big of differences, and for this phone to be so close in price to an iPhone 11 just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. This phone is barely a $399 phone. It would have been a pretty good $299 phone, as I mentioned before. But for the minor differences that they've, thrown in this phone across the board, it just doesn't make any sense to pick this device up, to be completely honest. If you own it or if you plan on buying it, then go for it. I don't want to, come here to stop you. But if you're willing to wait a couple months, this thing's going to go down drastically in the used market because there's going to be an abundance of them because Apple can't really seem to sell them that well. But also, the iPhone SE 3 is only a little bit cheaper than the iPhone 11, and I would probably recommend going for the iPhone 11, as I mentioned. But like I said earlier on in this video, I've never seen an iPhone that did so little yet saw a price increase. I've never seen that before from Apple, and it just doesn't really make too much sense why they went this approach. I feel like they could have gone a little bit better in this direction, but what are we going to do? There's not much we can do as of this point, but I would probably recommend staying away from the iPhone SE 3 in my opinion. So that kind of covers it. If you have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.